This is a study technique that top students are incorporating into their revision in order to get all grade 9s at GCSE and all A stars at A level. My name's Tilly. I got almost all grade 9s at GCSE and 5 A stars in my A levels. Let me explain to you in under 1 minute what the S4QR technique is, how and why it works. S4QR stands for survey, question, and then the 4 R's: read, recite, write, and review. Because write definitely begins with an R. Study technique works because it incorporates active recall, but it gives you guidance on where you need to go with this active recall. Let me just explain how it works and it'll all become clear. You can do this study technique with a textbook or your specification, but I'm going to explain how you do it with a textbook, or in my case, a normal book, because I don't have a textbook. First, you're going to turn to the page or the chapter that you want to revise. Essentially just going to read the headings really quickly, skim it, sort of like freshen up in your mind, what is this chapter about? What did I learn when I first learned this in class? As you're reading this, be making questions in your head. Say this is A-level economics. I'm reading about the monopoly diagram. I'm thinking, there is a profit maximization point on here. What is it? Write these questions down on a piece of paper next to you. So now you've got your sheet of questions, your curiosity is ignited. Go back to the chapter in the textbook and look for the answers to the questions. Properly read the textbook instead of just skimming it. Write the answers to your initial questions down. You've surveyed the information, written questions, SQ. You've done the first R, which is read. Properly, in-depthly read this chapter and answer your questions. So you've got all the answers to your questions. Great. Close the textbook. So maybe take a break. You don't have to at this point, but this is something that I would do when I was implementing the strategy. Now what you're going to do, you're going to write all of the things that you just learned. This does not have to be word for word. In fact, I'd encourage it's not word for word. Write yourself a little piece of paper that basically outlines the main ideas of the chapter. Maybe some key definitions, not word for word. It does not matter if you forget very small details, as long as you've got a holistic view of what you just read is talking about. This is your recite. What comes next is write. What you're doing, you've got this overview of all of the things that you've just learned. Now you're going to turn it into a mind map or some other form of visual revision resource that you can use. If I were you, I would turn this into a mind map. Write your chapter in the middle and then coming off it, the key ideas of the chapter, and then write details around each subtopic. Finally, review. You've basically, essentially what you've just done is blurted all the information that you've reviewed. This is essentially a form of active recall. What you're going to do now, as you would do with any blurt or any active recall strategy, is get the textbook back one more time and make sure that everything that you have written is correct. If it's not correct, this highlights some weak areas that you need to work on, that you need to ask your teacher about, that you need to review again. Then on this mind map or on this revision resource that you've just written, correct any mistakes or write some information, some details that you've forgotten. I am fully aware that was a little bit longer than a minute, but I hope it helped you. If you were incorporating this revision strategy, you are so much more likely to get those top grades because you are incorporating active recall and you are doing everything that is in the textbook on the specification. If you want to see more tips for your GCSEs and A levels, then follow for more.